We had already been in Cusco for a few days, mostly visiting nearby attractions, so we hadn't yet talked about the city itself. Cusco, nestled in the Peruvian Andes at an altitude of 3,400 meters, is the oldest continuously inhabited city on the continent. Once the capital of the Inca Empire, it's often called the Rome of the Americas. Steeped in history and culture, Cusco is famous for its unique blend of Inca and Spanish colonial architecture, offering a fascinating window in Peru's past. At the heart of the city lies the Plaza de Armas, a lively square surrounded by significant landmarks. Before the Spanish arrived in 1534, the square was the political and economic center for many civilizations. When we first arrived at the Plaza de Armas, we were drawn in by the sound of loud music. We joined the crowd and found out that students were rehearsing for their school's anniversary celebration. On the northeast side of the square is the Cathedral of Cusco, the city's main temple and the seat of the archdiocese. This impressive complex is the most important religious monument in Cusco's historic center and is part of UNESCO Cultural Heritage of Humanity designation. We were lucky to tour this historic and cultural gem, though photos and videos weren't allowed inside. We also visited the Church of the Society of Jesus on the other side of the plaza. While pictures were still not permitted inside, we did go up to the church's large arched window for a panoramic view of the Plaza de Armas from above. The plaza is surrounded by beautiful colonial-era buildings, now home to restaurants, jewelry shops, and travel agencies. At its center stands the Fountain of Pachacuti, which predates the Spanish conquest. Commissioned by the Inca ruler Pachacuti, this fountain was once a vital water source for the Incas. That evening, we had dinner with some fellow travelers at a restaurant in the square and enjoyed more delicious Peruvian cuisine. During this trip, we sampled many traditional Peruvian dishes and local drinks. Peru truly is the food paradise of South America. Coricancha, also known as the Inca Temple of the Sun, was the heart of Cusco and one of the most sacred and revered sites of the Inca Empire. People from across the empire gathered at this temple to worship and pay tribute to their gods. In the 1530s, following the Spanish conquest, the Dominicans built the Church of Santo Domingo on the original foundations of Coricancha. The temple's walls, constructed from indigenous calcite and andesite, showcase the remarkable craftsmanship of Inca architecture. These materials not only gave the structure its signature flawless finish, but also ensured it could withstand the test of time and natural disasters. Coricancha has survived 3 major earthquakes that shook Cusco. The Inca Temple of the Sun was dedicated to Inti, the Inca sun god. The temple was designed in perfect alignment with the movement of the stars and the planets, reflecting the deep astronomical knowledge of the Incas. Behind the temple lies the solar garden, which once held offerings brought by subordinate and allied nations to honor the sun god. Coricancha stands as an enduring symbol of the fusion between Inca and Spanish colonial cultures. Cusco is a city filled with historic streets and architecture that showcase its rich cultural heritage, blending Inca and colonial influences. Under the rule of Inca leader Pachacuti, Cusco evolved into a sophisticated urban center with distinct religious and administrative areas. The city's historic center is recognized as a National Cultural Heritage Site, with regulations ensuring that the new buildings cannot exceed 2 stories. The streets are narrow, cobblestone paved, and lined with stone walls, giving the city its unique charm. These well-maintained streets make for a wonderful walking experience, allowing us to truly feel the vibrancy and beauty of Cusco. As we made our way to the famous San Pedro market, we took a brief detour to San Francisco Plaza and visited the Church of San Francisco. This Christian temple, built by the San Franciscan Order during the colonial period between 1572 and 1652, showcases a Renaissance style typical of the order. The church's interior features coffered ceilings and painted wooden panels. Its architecture also includes gardens, cloisters, stairways, and even catacombs. From the quiet, solemn church, we soon found ourselves at the bustling San Pedro market. The market was alive with activity, full of vendors selling food, clothing, and all sorts of household essentials. And of course, we saw Peruvian truta bread here. There were also numerous restaurants and food stands offering fresh, authentic Peruvian dishes. We sat down for a bowl of noodle soup. It was fresh and delicious. On our last day in Cusco, we decided to visit Cristo Blanco, or White Christ, one of the city's most iconic landmarks. This 8-meter-tall statue stands watch over the ancient city from its comedy spot atop the hill of Pucamoco. By day, it looms over the terracotta Spanish rooftops of the former Inca capital. By night, the illuminated figure is visible from every plaza across Cusco. The hill itself, Pucamoco, holds deep significance. According to legend, it was sacred to the Incas and served as a repository for soil brought from all the lands they had conquered. In this way, the white statue of Jesus seems to gaze not only over Cusco, but over all the former Inca territories. We said goodbye to Peru with full hearts and a deep emotion. This trip was not just about exploring an ancient civilization and admiring beautiful landscapes. It was a spiritual journey through time and space.